to another episode of New Life Podcast, man. I'm here with my real good friend, man. My brother, man, like no other, man. This is the man. I'm traveled long and far to get here to see this man, and to see the rest of his family, man. His brothers are like my brothers, just like my family, for real, for real. When I was sick, he had the opportunity to call me and check on me and stuff like that and make sure I was okay. And, like I said, man, just anything I needed, man, it was there for me. And it's for life, man. It's going almost 30 years, man, right?
Yes, sir.
30 minutes, met in college.
Welcome to the tune.
1996? Something like that, Western Illinois.
Western Illinois.
My
Thompson
guy,
Hall.
I'm Thompson Hall. That's what's up. And I'm going to introduce you to him. This is my man, Jarvis Holiday, a.k.a. Rito. And I gave him that name, by the way, so
Yes,
he can
sir.
tell you that. The big dog gave him the name, how we used to cut up.
Yes, sir.
But anyway, I'm gonna throw it over to him, and he'll tell you a little bit of our origins and how we met and stuff like that, and how we still kept tight over all these years, throughout the years. You know what I'm saying? No arguments, no hiccups, no nothing. Real friendship, real
Yes, sir.
brotherhood.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know. And here we go. Holla at him, brother.
All right, so my name is Jarvis Holiday. I'm 45 years old, live here in the Quad Cities. Currently I work for the United States Postal Service. I'm a window clerk, sell stamps, help people with their packages, say distribution, passports and everything. I've known East since, like you said, 96, back in Western Illinois, Macomb University. I stayed on the 11th floor, he stayed on the 10th floor. He used to hang out with my buddy Dante Clay. Give a shout out to Dante. Yeah, and
Shotty.
yes, sir. So,
Yes, sir.
Big E was in the White House, and everything.
Hey, man, ain't nobody asked you all that, man.
I'm saying you said where we met. That's
You
part
talking
of the
about
origins.
business, man. We didn't meet at the White House.
No, we didn't meet at the White House. I'm saying you used to be at the White House.
I was a vice president.
Okay. What was
Okay.
you doing at the White House?
It's none of your business
Okay.
right now. I was doing college stuff.
On college stuff. Okay.
Y'all in my business. What's wrong with this guy, man?
I'm just saying. I mean, that's what.
Have you ever been to the White House?
No, I ain't never been to the White House.
You're lying.
I got invited to the White House. I never been.
You
to
never
the White
been?
House. Never been to the White House.
Dante been to the White
Dante
House.
stayed at the White House.
Okay, he did.
Yes,
yeah.
sir. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Old Brian Knuckles, my guy. Knuck, man. Shout out to my guy, man. And yeah, man, we just chilling. But anyway, he was trying about to blur out my business. But we back on schedule. Anything. We're finished with you telling how we met and stuff like that. Stop talking my business out like that, brother.
Okay. I apologize. But yeah, so like you said, the back of Western, Thompson Hall, 11th floor, 10th floor. Football, you played ball before. I played ball before, but I didn't play college like you did. You know what I mean, and everything. I don't know. I mean, what else? Like,
Man,
I know. I'm just saying, like, this is my first
No,
podcast,
no.
so I'm a little nervous. I'll
Don't
be
be
honest with
nervous. It's okay.
you. No, I'm not. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Talk to the people. This
I'm
is my
trying to talk
friends.
to
This is
people.
my friends.
Okay. I'm just saying. Okay.
These my friends, man. Talk how we talk, man. Just talk how we talk. There's no camera there. We just talking about anything. Like tell him, like you was telling my son about our days, man. Like who we ran with and stuff like that, and everything. And tell about how we went from the transition from Western Illinois to Rock Island, Illinois. To
Okay.
we coming being from the same town, stuff like that. But
Sure.
You know
So,
what I'm saying.
like we said, it started in Macomb. We both worked our way back to the Quad Cities. I was from the Quad Cities. He, eventually moved back to the Quad Cities, started a family and everything. And
Question. Hold on. Quick question though.
Go ahead.
Remember you told me when I said, man, where you from? And you said, man, I'm from the town. I said, what
From
is
the
the
town.
town?
Rock
Island,
Island.
Rock Town. I said,
Yeah.
what the hell is a Rock Town? I said, you from Rockford? You said, no,
No.
I'm from Rock Island. I
Right.
said, what the hell is Rock Island? Remember I asked you that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Who would have thought that I would end up staying here almost 10 years of
Yes,
my
sir.
life?
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
And
sir.
moving this, like you said, start a family and stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? 3 bad little video, big head kids and stuff like that, and everything. But the town it treated me kind, man. It was
Yes.
like a home away from home for me. And my son, we was riding around yesterday in Moline, I think it was. He asked me, not yesterday, day before yesterday, and he asked me would I move back up, and I told him yeah. He said why? He said Dad, there's nothing to do. I said exactly. I don't do nothing no more. I just chill.
Right.
But it was, it's a good place to raise kids. It's a good place, to get a start and stuff like that. It's a happy medium on the income.
Definitely.
You can make, good money up here and you can do your thing. So I love it up here. Like I said, it's always home. It's always love when I come back too.
Yes,
so
sir. Yes, sir.
shout out to the Quad Cities, man, Rock Island.
For sure.
But yeah, go ahead, finish, bro.
I was like, yeah, no, I mean, it's a great place to raise kids and everything. It's central to everywhere too, but yeah, I mean, we used to always have a good time, whether, playing a video game together, just talking with each other. You know, just anything. Just I mean, he's always been like inspiration to me. You know what I mean? Even more so now after what he's been through. Like he's always inspired me to do better. You know what I mean? Just in different ways. You know, with your words, with your actions. You know who you were, how you were, raising your children. You know what I mean? Everything. You know, before I even had children and everything. You know, so very inspirational for sure.
Word up. Now, question, man. We went back to how did you get your name? You remember how I gave you that name? Remember what I told you?
You had a friend from back home, Jarvis Rito.
You played for Tennessee.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Your name was Jarvis.
Yes.
And my man Jarvis was Jarvis Rito, and that's
Jarvis
how he was an offensive tackle. He was just like myself or whatever. We came out the same year. He went to University of Tennessee. And so I kept up with him and stuff like that. And I said, man, your name Rito now. I said, so I don't know what it is. I never called him Jarvis. You know what I'm saying? Never. From the day I met him. You know what I mean? And even when they were trying to jump on him and beat his butt in Western, you know what I'm saying? I just took a liking to him, you know what I'm saying? They know who to call to get busy.
Yes,
that's back in the day. I'm a peaceful man right now. So
yeah, I mean, you definitely took us under your wing.
we don't do nothing like that.
That wasn't your first year of college. That was our first year of college. And
yeah,
you definitely took
I
us under your
transferred
wing.
in.
Yep.
I transferred in as a junior. And definitely. Y'all was cool little cats, man, and stuff like that from the Rocktown. I ain't even know, like I said, I didn't even know what the hell the Rocktown was.
For sure.
Never heard of it in my life. Never seen of it. I didn't even know they had black people in Iowa, which is right across the bridge from Iowa, from Davenport, Iowa. And I remember I came up, I said, they got black people in Iowa? You start laughing, but I didn't know, being from down south and stuff like that.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And like even when I met my ex-wife in college. We met in college in class and stuff like that. And we ended up having a daughter together, and she was from Rock Island, and we just decided to move in. It was gonna be a little better for us to, economically wise, and just to start, a family and whatnot. And I was still had aspirations of playing football, so I was just trying to just peek out and still. They had a little Quad City Steam with a football team, a little arena football team up here. Yes, so I was trying to peek into that and see what was going on like that. So that's how I ended up in Rock Island, and just to see what was going on. Peek my head and end up staying for a couple of years before I moved back down south. And then I ended up moving back up here from down south. Then I ended up moving back down south. You know what I mean? So yeah, so it was a really, really good place for me. And this guy was always the same, man, from the time I met him, man, from the time, from all the way when we got here, in the, in the town and start kicking it with each other like that. It's just like a brotherhood, man. And met his family, met his mom, sisters, brother, stuff like that. We just took liking to each other and just, I treat him like family. I don't even look at him like, friends or whatever. I look at them like brothers and kin, like blood, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, Every time I come up, it's love, it's no hate, no kind of way from nobody. I mean, from all the brothers. I mean, I don't care which one it is, it's always love, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes, like I say, I tell people all the time, I said, and I reiterate that, just because people, your blood, it don't make you family, you know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you integrate, you meet people on this journey called life, and then they be your friends for life. You know what I'm saying? And it gets different. You can't just say they're your friend. You know what I'm saying? It's more than that. You know what I'm saying? So that's the bond we have. You know what I'm saying? Just going back a little bit about it, and you're a good father yourself, bro. Like, you are a great father in my estimation. You know what I'm saying? You do what you got to do. For your kids, you always put your kids first. Even if you take the hit or whatever it is, the definition of a man, a real man, like just saying what I think. When I look at you, I say, okay, that's him. You know what I'm saying? Like you do everything straight, by the book. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about as far as your kids and your lifestyle is concerned and stuff like that.
Sure.
And I look up to you. You know what I'm saying? Like you look up to me, but I look up to you in the sense to where, how you carry yourself, how you move around, and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
So I appreciate it. I watched you grow from a young man into a man. So
sure.
I watched the maturation process. You know what I'm saying? And I always try to surround myself with good, solid people. There's not many people I surround myself around. And if I'm around you, that means that you got my loyalty, you got my respect.
For sure.
You know what I mean? You know how I am. I don't mess around. So, I'm going to call a spade a spade. I'm going to call a BS a BS. So I ain't changed still. But I say that to say this, and I'm going to let you get back into it, and we're going to rap about it.
Okay.
We talking about this thing now. While we here, like, right? What happened? Like, how did you feel when you first learned that a guy like me? Because we talk all the time, even though we don't see each other most of the time. But we talk. We used to, shoot. There was a point in time we would talk at least 2 or 3 times a week, some
Yes,
stuff
sir.
like
For
that.
sure. For sure.
Now, when you found out that I took sick or whatever, and I had this illness, how did it make you feel? As being your being your guy, being your homeboy, your brother, stuff like that. How did you feel when you when you took the news, or when you found out that I had the news? How did you take it?
I mean, it's definitely a scary thought, you know. I mean, you know, the big C is definitely a scary, scary thing. I knew if anyone could overcome it, it would definitely be you. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah,
your
you
strength and
said it.
everything, you know, your motivation, how you don't let anything deter you. When you want to get something done, you get it done, you know, no matter what's put out in front of you. So I knew if anyone could beat it, it could be you. You know what I mean? You could only hold yourself back. You know what I mean? Like I said, and that's one of the things that inspired me about you. You know what I mean? Like I always say, you're very inspirational in different ways. And that way, I knew that you were going to fight. It was not going to just take you. If it was going to take you, you was going to fight your way out. You know, you wasn't going to just sit in there and accept the fate. You know, like it was given to you. You know, you fought your way through that, and you put up the good fight. You did all of those things. You know, everyone's here to support you, but you still fought that fight. That's what inspires me to do better. You know what I mean, with my life. And you tell me things, and I don't always listen right away. You know, but I come back around to it. You know what I mean? I say, you know, you was right. You know, I don't like to admit things and everything, but sometimes you gotta learn the hard way. Sometimes you don't. You know, you try to save me from some of those lessons and things that you already had previously learned. But yeah,
That's facts.
yeah, I mean, like I said, you're just very inspirational. You know, I knew if anyone could beat it, like I said, it would be you. You know what I mean? Nothing has held you back before, so why would this hold you back? You know what I mean? I didn't think, I was worried, but I knew, like I said, if anybody could pull through, you would pull through, for sure, for
Facts.
sure.
Yeah, man. Like, yeah. I mean, like the support, bro, was overwhelming. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that meant a lot. You know what I'm saying? Coming from around, you know, from people who really, really cared. Because, I mean, I actually talked to y'all. Like, it was like, you know, some days was better than others and stuff like that. But there was no, I never not talked to you, let y'all know what was happening with me and stuff like that. You know,
Right,
I just
right.
thank God I came through, and then, you know, the knowledge you had from, you know, you experienced it already. So you used to tell me different things, and I used to check them out and listen to them and be like, okay, all right, because you had somebody that was uh, in a position to where you seen it firsthand.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying? So
yes.
you know how to deal with it. You know what it was and stuff like that. So, but yeah, man, I'm just like, man, like I said, man, wherever I'm at, man, I told you I was gonna come. I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna make the trek back as soon
For
as I get
sure,
back on my feet.
for sure.
I told you I was gonna make it up here to see you and holler at you and stuff like that, man. But other than that, that's it, man. Like even with the health for us, like, how do you feel about, like, I was asking Spence, I was talking to Spence previously in the interview, and I was asking him about you know, telling him about health. Like, I was telling health is wealth. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of us, we think we could do the things that we did when we were in our 20s,
Oh my goodness.
in our 30s, man. But it's not like that no more. In our 40s, you got to do a better job of taking care of
Yes,
yourself.
yes, yes.
That's why I asked you, you know what I'm saying? That's why I send you the stuff in the morning, you know, report my work. I was like, we got to get it. We got to eat. We still got to eat. We still got to be hungry. You know, we got kids to finish, you know, guiding and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because no matter how old they get, and even for some of us, we got grandkids that we got to see now and see them on their way and starting off and stuff like that. We just got to make sure that we're fine and our
Yes,
health is in check. You know what I'm saying?
yes,
You got
yes.
like, and that depends. You know, I mean, it consists of going to the doctor, getting your checkups. You know what I'm saying? Checking your pressure, man. Watching what you eat, because you can't bounce back like you used to.
Yes,
You know what I mean? Like, it's harder to bounce back. The recovery is harder. You
definitely.
know what I'm saying? The older you get, and but if you maintain and take care of your health and stuff like that, I know you do a lot too. You stay under the doctor's care too.
Yes,
So,
definitely staying under the doctor's care. I'm my
you know,
primary physician.
mm-hmm.
I was leaning towards, so diabetes runs in my family, and my doctor said it's progressively, you know, increasing. My numbers are, my A1C is increasing, and I need to do something about it. And I know we talked about it, and you were telling me, you know, I need to get in the gym, I need to exercise, and, you know, just get my body right. And then I will receive text message from you showing me the progress that you're making every morning, you know, on the treadmill and how many miles you put in and the work that you're putting in, and then keep encouraging me to put the work into. I got to the point where I would text you the pictures of my progression.
Right,
You know
right.
what I mean? And me working out and
Back and
things.
forth, yeah.
Yes, yes. That's what I
Keep
mean
us
by the
going.
inspiration. You know what I mean? You inspire me.
I'm gonna keep you going, baby.
I'm still competitive. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I
I don't
know.
have it like I did in my 20s, like you said, but mentally I still can do it all. So you know that inspiration just keeps pushing me through. And like you were telling me, like you know, stay hungry. You know, eat a piece. You said you can eat a whole elephant. You just take a bite at a time.
Little
You know
piece
what I
at
mean?
a time.
Little piece at a time. You
Yeah.
know, just
Yeah,
don't try to
entire-
consume it all at once. Just stay hungry. You know what I mean? Just eat a little piece at a
Consistency,
time. You can eat a whole
consistency is
elephant.
the key.
Yes, yes.
Consistency is the key, man.
For
As long
sure.
as you show up every day, I don't give a shit. Excuse my expression, what you do. As long as you show up every day, you got to
Yes.
be accountable. You know what I mean? Like,
Definitely.
so, I mean, that's life, brother. That's why, you know what I mean? Like, when I wear my shirts and it says always compete, and people are like, well, I don't like to compete. Why? Life is a competition.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't compete, it's over with.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've had somebody literally tell me, I don't like to compete. What? What do you
You're competing
mean?
against time.
You compete against everything.
We're trying to stay as long as we can.
Right. So it kind of threw me when it said it. I'm just like, oh, okay. You know, I don't debate no more too much. I don't have it in me.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'd rather spend my time trying to get to the mission at hand and save lives and help people and inspire people, man. And
Sure.
just show, man, I'm just a regular old cat, man, and that did it and just trying to help people and keep them on the road to where they need to be and where they need to go, man. That's it. You know, if I can stay, you know, alive, they can too, man. Especially, like I said, from how we come on, man. The stuff we used to do, man, legendary, man.
For sure.
Nobody would do it like us, man. I keep telling people, man.
For sure.
It's crazy.
That's why I say your story is so inspiring, like in so many ways. Like just from where you came from, you know, your health crisis to where you are now, and then you continue to push me and tell me like, yo, Rito, come on, man. You know, you took a day off, now let's get back on track. You know what I mean? You had your day, let's go, let's get back. You know, so and you always check up on me, make sure you know I'm taking care of business.
That's it, man. That's all, man.
And I
We all
appreciate
got
it. I
we all got to
definitely
keep
appreciate
each other accountable, man.
Yes.
It's all about accountability, man. If we do that with each other, man, we gonna make it.
Yes. Yes.
So
Bring one another along.
You gotta push it. That's it. That's what it's all about. And people
Yes.
don't understand it. Like all you gotta do is just, you know, it takes a little bit. A little bit goes a long way.
Definitely. Definitely.
People always think that they want to keep the secret to themselves. They want to keep the sauce to themselves. Who are you helping if you're keeping it to yourself?
No one.
You know what I'm saying? Anybody come around me know that I try to spread knowledge. Sometimes too much.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
sometimes too much. Definitely.
because I want you to get it, man. You know what I mean? Especially my people, man. You got to get this, man. This thing is here for us, brother.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know?
And
And
you
we
just
always
sharing-
talk about it.
You sharing your life experience, it means a lot to me, and
That's it,
I'm sure
man.
all the people listening today, you know, that's why they're listening, you know. So
That's it.
I
man.
definitely appreciate it.
Like I tell, man, I mean, I'm proud. Like I think sometimes even my son, man, I think sometimes he don't be listening sometimes, but people have come back to me and told me, man, your son said it. Hey, when I'm talking to him, it sound like I'm talking to you. I said, what? How? He's him and I'm me.
Yes.
They're like, nah, but the influence you have on them is tremendous.
It's
And
great,
even when you
yes.
think you're not paying attention, or they're not paying attention to you. Remember I was telling you that about your kids, like they mimic you and stuff that you do, even when you think that they're not paying attention to the stuff you do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They pick up on it.
Yes.
They're looking out the corner of their eye at you. They're
For
looking
sure,
at what
for
you're
sure.
doing and you think they're not watching you. It's their job. You're like, oh, we ain't gonna, you know what I mean? But yeah,
No, for sure.
I smile when I see like him doing stuff that I knew I've done, or stuff he tried to do stuff I've done, or stuff that he think I haven't done.
For sure.
I laugh at it. All you gotta do is just come ask me, I'll tell you. I'm
Right.
an open book, man. Whatever you wanna know.
For sure.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
I think it's important to keep teaching. Not everyone is our child, but to inspire others and keep teaching. You know what I mean? Like you can teach me. Your son can teach me things that I don't know. Something that he's been through in life that he can inspire me to do or teach me. You know, just through his life lessons and things that I haven't experienced. So I mean, I've always been a student. I enjoy teaching. I try to lead by example a lot of times. I can be very vocal when I'm very opinionated on something, but I do listen. But sometimes it's hard to sway my opinion. You know what I mean?
You
But,
smart, man.
I come
you
around
smart,
to it.
You're a smart guy, man. It's like you dumb. You always got questions. I mean,
I
come
do.
on.
I just need
It's no
clarification.
There's no. What my mom used to say, there's no such thing as a dumb question. She was like, you want to know, you ask. You know
Sure.
what I mean? You said you're not gonna learn. You know what I'm saying? So
Like, I'm never afraid to
if
ask.
you don't ask,
If I don't know, I need to know. I want
yeah,
to know why. I want to know how things work and what makes it tick. And, what moves you. You know what I mean?
right.
What gets you up every day at 4 or 5 in the morning to start your day with the workout? Me.
Well, my thing is, what motivates me is life, man. The second
Mm-hmm.
opportunity, it's the second act, man. Like,
Sure.
you know what I mean? When and you being faced and you see your mortality at the end of the light, and at the end of the tunnel, you see like, okay, you realize you like, is this it? Is this is all it is for me? Is it over with like that? Is this how I'm going out?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, this is how I'm going out with cancer?
Mm.
Wow, cancer taking me out?
Right.
Not me. So I mean, when God, healed, he did his thing, man. He put his hand on those surgeons, man. And they got to it, man, and got it out, man. I promised myself and I promised him that I wouldn't waste his time no more.
Mm.
So I just, every day, man, I get up, I do my, my prayer. I write in my gratitude journal, and I do my exercise, man, and get my temple together. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I'm in a 100% better shape. I'm in the best shape of my life, man. So the best shape I've been in the last 20 years, brother.
That's
Like,
excellent.
so, I mean, I don't even, I'm like, what's up? The other morning we caught the flight. When we caught the flight to come up here,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just walking because I couldn't get my workout in because we had to be at the airport so early. I'm just walking up and down the terminal, going here,
Trying to
going
get your
there.
steps in. Right.
Just get
Right.
my step, get my stuff in. You know what I mean? I walked
Right.
about 2 miles
Mm.
in the airport.
Mm-hmm.
All the way down, all the way to Atlanta airport is huge, man.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get it in. So I put a quick 2 in real quick. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so
So you didn't make any excuses saying you didn't have your gym or anything like that.
nah,
You
man.
did what you had to do in the
Nah, man.
situation, what you had, the hand that you were dealt.
Nah, man. You got to do what you do, man.
Sure.
Since I've been here, I've with this time change and stuff like that, just to stuff like that, I haven't been able to get up. And I say, I'm gonna let my body rest a little bit, but I'm gonna get back on as soon as I get back.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I'm back on it and back to doing what I do and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, it's a good rest for me, man. And it's just,
I'm glad to have you guys for sure. I
I'm glad to
appreciate
be
you
here,
coming on and
man.
visiting with me and everything.
You're the big monster, man. The Cujo outside, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's all love, man. It's always love, bro. And
Sure.
now you got to come down to the A, man. We got to do part 2 of this joke, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I definitely want to do part 2.
Whatever, man.
I do. I gotta get back in shape. Like I get in the gym, but it's not consistent, like you say. I need to be consistent. You know
It's
what I mean?
okay.
And I'll see the progress more. The more I put into it, I get out what I put into it. So I have to stay consistent and do my part, do my due diligence.
For sure. Yeah, that's what
That's
anything,
simple,
man.
man.
Like we talk about the friendship too, not jumping to stuff or whatever. Like when my mother met you, man, God bless her, man, she rests in heaven.
Mm-hmm.
And she met you, she told me, she said, that's gonna be your friend for life.
Mm.
I said, I said, that big head sucker.
Mm-hmm.
She said, yeah. She said, he's a good, he's raised right. She's like, he's a good one. And what she told you when you came down and visited in New Orleans, what she tell you? Tell the people out when you came to New Orleans what your experience was when you first came to my hometown. It's from up here in this Midwestern town. Tell them how we got there. Tell them how we got there. And what we said we wasn't doing it again. Remember?
Yes, so we want to do it again, and we do it again next year.
Go ahead.
I know. So we caught the bus. We caught the Greyhound, 24-hour drive from Davenport, Iowa. We left from Davenport, the bus stop, all the way down to New Orleans, Louisiana. We stopped off in Jackson, Mississippi to get the grits at the bus station that you told me about. I'll never forget about the grits at the bus station.
It was fire, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was fire. I think that was my first time tasting grits too. I always eat, cream of wheat or oatmeal and
this
stuff.
cat never had grits in his life, man.
Well, I never had grits before until that situation and everything.
Oh my goodness.
That was a good
I
time. I think we
introduced
stopped
him
in
to grits.
Memphis too.
I introduced him to grits. Ain't that something?
But yeah, so I mean, when I was talking to Miss Renew and everything, she was telling me, I'll be good. She was like, you'll be fine. Just don't bother anybody. They won't bother you. Let them mind their business. You mind yours. And she said, stay out them cuts. I was like, I'm sorry. What do you mean by the cuts? I didn't know what she meant at the time. And
It's New Orleans terminology.
it's where the two buildings meet, the two corners, where the two buildings meet. And, people be going through the cuts and everything. She told me just stay out the cuts. That's not the safest place for me. Take the long way around. So whenever I went anywhere, he introduced me to his family the same way I introduced him to my family. And they took me in, and we had a good time. taught me how to get. That was my first po' boy. I ain't never seen a sandwich from this here part of my arm all the way down to my fingertip. A po' boy. I said, "What is a po' boy?" It's like for us, we call them sub sandwiches. But then they had the shrimp and the hot sausage, you know. And then I learned how to order it. Ordered it maybe once or twice, and that was it. And I had to go in and order myself. I told you, I want the shrimp po' boy dress, no tomatoes. You know what I mean? And everything. I ain't forgot about that.
You didn't forget about that?
Spiders. I still don't order my po' boy. Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, it was definitely a good time. You know, we had a great family. Went to the Mardi Gras. We celebrated. We just seen the Zulu parade.
Yeah.
Was that the Zulu parade with the coconut? Got my coconut.
You got your coconut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it was a good time.
What year was that, man?
I think it was 2000. We went 2000, 2001. We went back to back. After I said we wasn't catching the bus back, I'm not coming back down on no bus. And we caught the bus back 2 years ago.
We caught us the next year. We was right back on the ground.
4 days of my life was on a bus. Yeah, so we never do that again. I never did it again after the second time. But I do it all over again, though.
Road warriors, man.
Yes, sir.
Road warriors, man.
Yes, sir.
But my pops said you was pretty solid, too, man. He was like, he's a good guy, man. He's like, you know, but since then, both of them transitioned, man.
Yes, sir.
You know?
Yes, sir.
And we've been just holding it down, man, rolling on along, man.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad I got a chance to meet him, though. You know what I mean? Like you said, your family embraced me with open arms.
Reno. That's what they call it.
Reno.
You know, they put their
How you doing, Reno?
They put their own little spin on it. They all twisted. I said, man, that man's name is Reno, man. They said, okay, hey, Reno.
Hey, Reno. Mm-hmm. Yes, it was a good time, man. We had a beautiful family, for sure.
Yeah.
And New Orleans, that was my first time, like, ever being in the South, too, and things, and just seeing different things from a different light, you know, being up north, and my mother being white and my dad being African-American, you know, just seeing things from a different perspective. Also, that was new to me, too, so, I mean, it was very interesting, you know what I mean?
The culture,
yeah. Yes, definitely different culture. The food, everything was good. Everything was good. I had a good time.
The projects.
The St. Bernard, the Iberville, underneath the bridge. Mm-hmm.
All these are claimed off of Mardi Gras.
Yes.
Yeah, it was something. The Indians.
Yeah, see the Indians. Mm-hmm.
Bourbon Street.
Yeah.
Remember
the
when
beignets.
The beignets.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we had a good time. It was definitely a good time.
I remember I was up here. We were riding up here, man, in the snow, man, and I was telling them that we got
open container?
The open container. I got a ticket for open container. I had some Hennessy. It was like a pint of Hennessy, I think it was. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't even drinking it. We was at the store. We went, stopped, and made a run to come back. And I think I cracked the seal on it.
That was it.
I was about to drink it, but I didn't. So they pulled him over, and they said, "Oh, he gave me an open container."
They had nothing else to get us on. They wanted to get in the car and see what was going on. We wasn't doing anything.
So they gave me a ticket, a $90 ticket. A week later, we was at Mardi Gras. Mm-hmm. And I was pouring from a half a gallon in front of the police.
In front of the police, right there. Yeah,
and I said it. We recorded it. Remember?
You said a week ago.
A week ago, I got a $90 ticket for a little bitty pint of Hennessy just over the crack down, poured in front of the police officer on Bourbon Street.
Right.
Having a ball. I said, what the difference, the United States? I said, look at the difference in the USA, man. He couldn't believe it.
No, I couldn't believe it.
He was in utopia down there. I said, man, this is what we do, man, down here.
It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. Yes,
sir, man. But anything, man. What else, man? What else you want to let the people know about what you got going on, man?
I haven't made my cruise yet. I need to take my first cruise. I just recently got my passport, even though I'm a passport clerk at the Postal Service. I just recently got mine. I help everybody else get theirs. And I know you take a cruise every year at least. And I want to take my first cruise here pretty soon. Couple cruises? Okay. I just want to get the first one behind me. Once I get the first one, then, I can definitely make more. But I definitely want to take on my first cruise.
Easy. I'll book it for you. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Just let me know because, I am a certified travel agent as well.
Okay.
I got many. I'm a man of many hustles.
Sure.
Just the news at globaltravel.com. If y'all want your booking needs, I'll let your boy. I got you.
Yeah.
So, but until next time, we're going to wrap this up, man. It's been a pleasure, man, to be here with you, man, brother.
For sure.
And as always love, my guy.
Appreciate it.
And we definitely going to do a part 2, man, when y'all come to the A.
Yes, sir.
Because I ain't coming back to this thing. It ain't nothing to do with this mother lover. I promise you, this has been the most boring ass trip I've ever been on. But I got rest, and I see my family, and it's all good. That's all I need. So this is all the main thing I came up here for.
You should cut that part out. That is the boringest place.
No, don't cut that shit out. You keep that shit in there. Saturday night we're the goddamn... We in the bed sleep. This is disgusting. We couldn't even go out and get the Chinaman food. Shoot. I couldn't even get the Chinaman food that was last night.
That was last night.
Yeah, man.
I was on 24 hours of no sleep.
Yeah, you did. You worked you worked heavy.
6 in the morning till noon, and it was a long day.
Yeah, you work heavy, man. But
Yes, sir.
this is my guy, man. This is the matter of fact. I wanted to point this out, man. This is the reason how I met the rest of his family. And they embraced me, man. Like I was theirs, man. You dig? And it's the same love, man, everywhere. You know what I mean? They come down south, it's the same love. They come up here, it's the same love. You know what I'm saying? Don't even matter. We done been on trips together, man.
Yes, sir.
Birthday trips to Myrtle Beach. I took him to Myrtle Beach for the first time. He saw Confederate flags for the first time down south.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
he saw all that stuff. It really opened his eyes to certain things.
Yeah.
I said, you ain't in Kansas anymore, Dorothy.
Definitely wasn't. Definitely wasn't.
Yeah, man, this is my guy, man. Again, like I said, we'll see you again, man.
Thanks for having me.
Anytime,
I appreciate
brother.
the nice experiences.
Anytime. We might have to do you on Zoom, man, in case you got something to say, and we got something in the works, man.
For sure. Okay, I appreciate it.
I'll turn you on to it later on.
Yes, sir.
All right, till next time, New Life.